What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on the price chart and how we caught this movement to the downside to the $8 mark that brought us about 7% of potential profit, or that probably saved you about 7% of your money, depending on your position. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you why this asset is still struggling to go higher. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, and I've told you that because of the price action, on a greater scale, most likely we should have one more leg to the downside that probably will hit the $8 mark, and then we should see this type of price action with increasing volume in order to make a conclusion that this asset have a trend reversal. And as you can see, I was 100% right when I make this prediction to hit $8 mark. And right now we are still in consolidation phase. This means we cannot make the conclusion that this asset should hit higher targets in a short-term perspective. But in my technical analysis, I will show you what should we expect next and how we can handle this price action. But for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. And first of all, let me show you the main news why this asset is still moving south is the data of their insurance registration in China. And let me show you this article that China NEV insurance registrations for week ending March 12th. And as you can see, NIO has 2,170 vehicles that were lower than the previous week's 3,345 vehicles. So it is quite a huge decrease in this number. It is a decrease for more than 35%. And definitely it was the short-term catalyst for the price of NIO to hit lower targets, and it happens. In a long-term perspective, I don't think that this news might negatively affect the price of NIO, but short-term catalyst definitely is this one. And let me show you other news that probably might be quite good catalyst in the long-term perspective. So first of all, let me show you this article that was published on March 14th and that is titled NIO ES7 and ET5 wait times get longer. NIO delivered 12,157 vehicles in February, including 6,471 ET5s, 649 ET7s and 2,848 ES6. So definitely the longer waiting times show potentially that we have an increasing demand for these vehicles. I don't think that we might see the decrease in their production capabilities. Definitely it is not the case for the major auto manufacturers. But probably we can make a conclusion that this asset has increasing interest for their vehicles, and that's why the more orders for these vehicles the company has, the longer time it gets. And definitely it is the probable long-term bullish catalyst for the NIO share price. On top of that, let me show you this article, and it says NIO app no longer shows ET7 wait time as talk of revamped model heats up. So, and let me go to this. Past experience has shown that whenever NIO's mobile app stops showing the wait time for a model, it means that the improved version of the model is not far from release. And basically it is their flagship ET7, and I think this is also quite good news for NIO, because we have to see 5 new models this year from NIO. And other models should be renewed in order to stay in line with these new NT 2.0 platform models. And that's why, in my opinion, it is also quite bullish news. and it increases an interest from potential customers to these type of vehicles. On top of that, let me show you quite good news from the list of institutional investors. On March the 10th, right after I made my previous video, Baillie, Gifford and Co., as you can see, made these filings so that they increased their position by 25.09%. And you can see that it is one of the biggest shareholder of NIO. You can find this information right here. Largest shareholders include Baillie, Gifford and Co., BlackRock Incorporated, Vanguard Group and VWIGX. And definitely when the major shareholder increases its position in the asset, definitely it is a very good bullish sign. And from the technical standpoint, I will show you that the point where they have done so is extremely important. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, first of all, let me remind you why I thought that $8 mark should be the range of support for this asset, and we should hit this level. First of all, let me switch to daily time frame and let me show you the bigger picture of this price action. And right here, as you can see, back in the days in July of 2020, we can see this gap that wasn't filled by the price, and the upper range where this gap begins was at roughly $8 mark. And this means this gap from the technical standpoint should be quite good price target, and the lower range, the lower border of this gap might be the range of support. And as you can see, it happens. We hit exactly $8 mark. On top of that, $8 is the range of resistance for this price action that happened back in 2018. And it also might be quite a good range of support and resistance, because everything that was a support becomes a resistance and vice versa. And that is why I made my assumption that $8 mark might be quite good range of support. On top of that, as I already mentioned in my previous video, this price action from the very top, when we completed all 5 waves to the upside, this price action should have a shape of a simple zigzag, and we are about to see the completion of the entire waves, because in our A wave we should have 3 or 5 wave structure, and we have 5 waves. As you can see, this is the first wave, second, third, fourth and fifth. In a B wave we should strictly have a 3 wave structure, and we have it. It is the first wave, second and third. And C wave strictly should have 5 waves structure, and this is the first wave, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth. And definitely the ending fifth wave also should have a 5 wave structure in it. And right here we have only first wave, second, third, fourth, and we have to see one more leg to the downside that will break this previous bottom, and we pretty much broke it. And we have to see a bit lower price action in order to complete the entire fifth wave, in order to complete the entire C wave for the entire price action on the greatest scale right now. And this point is extremely important for the long-term holders, because it is the confluence of several levels, and I just told you about them. And this means Baillie, Gifford increased their position despite that they are in red for more than 22% with their position. And this means somewhere near the major trend reversal for NIO stock, and we might see the next leg to the upside that will bring a lot of potential profit to its existing shareholders. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby,